I forgot and used graphic image as a thumbnail in the last video I posted. This is the circumcision procedure.
There we go. We're recording. Okay.
I emailed the sergeant at the police department that I encountered the other day, and I copied the chief of police and the district attorney and people like this. I don't know if they're under the spell of a Bible story, and of course, church and state are separated in the United States just for this reason. So the unbounded ideations of true believers don't end up hurting people. Or I don't know if she's under the spell of constructive fraud, wherein the medical doctors will use some rare statistics from adult disease and tell them, see, this is why it's good to violate this baby. And so it doesn't matter which one. It's just, mesmerization is no defense in the law. Let me just briefly, this is hard to watch, so I'll skip through.
Okay, so zoom in nice and tight. Okay, so first thing, make sure he's well restrained.
That's kidnapping.
You don't really want him kicking around. That makes it very difficult. We're going to do...
Yeah, I hate to make your life difficult, Doc. Somebody kicking when you're torturing them.
The anesthesia at the base of his penis is where we're going to inject. The neurovascular bundles run on both sides laterally, just go subcutaneous. We inject right at the median raphe. Make sure you're sub-Q.
He's done. You just killed him. He'll hopefully return the favor to you years later. That trauma will never go away. If he lives 100 years, it gets stuck in the body.
Intercavernous, draw back. Inject about half a cc on one side.
He can hardly catch his breath. I mean the baby, not the doctor.
And about half a cc on the other side. We do it distally so we don't screw up our landmarks.
I don't want to hear about, I didn't give enough time for the anesthesia to work and stuff like that. It's wrong. You could have thoughts, you could think whatever you want, but when you start putting your hands on somebody, man, I mean, there's nothing he could do to make this legal or ethically correct or compliance with the Hippocratic Oath or anything like that.
We'll just cover him up for a second. Nora's going to take care of that for us because I know him.
Now listen to his chatter here. And the mother's present.
Make absolutely certain your lidocaine is without it.
That crying that you're hearing is from a person being tortured, heinously tortured.
Epinephrine, remember that fingers, toes, nose, and toes do not get epinephrine or things will fall off.
I mean, this is, a crucifixion. You can see why on the homepage of my website, I called that one of Jesus that's so famous, the crucifixion redux, because it just wasn't the first time.
Don't be cheap with your betadine.
His whole face.
You want to move that diaper?
Yeah, crying.
Kimberly or me?
Oh, try not to.
Okay, sorry, buddy. This is the part that everybody hates the most. It's cold.
He said this is the part that everybody hates the most, because the antiseptic is cold.
It's all already.
Gonco's come in 3 sizes, 1.1, 1.3, and 1. Make sure you breathe just for me. is right there, babe. Pull it through, make sure you get it real tight, because it's the smaller, much less likely. Release it. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm losing here in the hospital. I wouldn't eat. You're wonderful, buddy. Let me get the sharps off.
For fuck's sake. 7 minutes straight, they tortured that kid. And it happens every day in and day out. Let me show you the website to go to. There's simply no doubt about it. I mean, all of these law enforcement agencies have been notified by me. And so when they don't enforce the law, aggravated child abuse, they are conspiring. And they're conspiring in a hate crime. A bias crime is a hate crime. You know, so the legislature recorded themselves committing a hate crime when they pretended to enact the FGM statute, female genital mutilation, and act like a baby boy is not a person, is not a citizen, is not protected under the Constitution. I mean, it is real collective madness, just the same as the Nazi genocide, just the same as the doctors doing the Tuskegee syphilis study, just the same as foot binding in China, just the same as slavery. And the Supreme Court Justice Roger B. Taney saying, no, of course they're not citizens. Nobody thought that. Nobody, when they wrote the Constitution, thought that. And this is Roger B. Taney. So that necessitated a war. And the foot binding in China was ended subsequent to a war when the royal family was kicked out and the republic was formed, 1911. And Nazi genocide required a war. So you could not get a photon of daylight between those points in history that everybody looks at as pure evil and this way that the people have just checked out. Of course, you have to make them look at it, and that's why I always recommend that you link the video of the procedure. Anyway, civil rights, report a violation. This is civilrights.justice.gov. And start a report. Come on. There it goes. Your name and yada, yada, yada. And it's a real simple deal. But you are every right. Don't be intimidated by these people, for God's sake. Submit a report to the DOJ, to the FBI, to your everywhere, except, I'm just saying that in order not to overwhelm yourself, if you don't have time for this, just do the DOJ. Let me see what else I've got here. Yeah, I suppose that's it. Let me go back to my website, broadfork.com, and that circumcision procedure video is linked here, right under this first image, and then again here, and there's the DOJ linked, FBI, local police, and your state attorney general. But so anyway, I'll try and use a better thumbnail image so I don't get taken down again. But this will not stand, and the longer that people, persist in pretending that they're good people and bad people are only found elsewhere, like the Sarasota judge that dismissed my case saying, this is not considered outrageous in a civilized society. Dude, man, that's that cognitive thing where he thinks that this happens in his society, but it's a civilized society. It's still a civilized society. No, it's not a civilized society. You're just completely brain dead, absolutely brain dead. All right.